Hey everyone, I'm Seth, and this is BrundleFly's Rankings and Reviews, and tonight I'm going to be reviewing Dracula 2000, which I just kind of watched randomly earlier, for no reason at all, besides the fact that some men just want to watch the world burn. It's not really that bad of a movie. I think that both this and Dracula Untold get a bad rep, even though that's undeserved. I would say that Dracula Untold is definitely better than this movie. I'll have to do a review for that one at some point in the near future. But as far as Dracula 2000 goes, I saw it when it first came out in theaters, and I enjoyed it back then. And I do own it. I own all three movies in that series. But there's a lot of good points to the movie, and there's a lot of bad points to the movie. What I like about the movie mostly is the score from Marco Beltrami. But I like the idea behind it. There's a lot of really cool concepts in it. Like, for starters, that this acts kind of as a sequel, but it's sort of self-aware at times. They do mention the Bram Stoker book, but it is a sequel over 100 years later, and I like the idea that Van Helsing has been using leeches that he has on Dracula, on his body that's kind of locked away. He uses that to keep himself immortal. He uses Dracula's blood to stay alive and to guard this prize of sorts, which is Dracula, who cannot be killed but only contained. And I like the idea that what sparks everything off is a group of people believing that Van Helsing has a fortune stashed away, and they ultimately steal the coffin with Dracula's body. I kind of like that idea. And I also like, I'm not a religious person at all. I don't have any problem with anyone who is. But I did really kind of enjoy that twist where it goes beyond Vlad, where he is actually Judas. That was it was a nice little refreshing twist. There's so many Dracula movies that have come out, and a lot of them kind of follow the same beats. They don't really do anything too new or original with it. And this one, they kind of took a chance, and for me, I think that worked. There are a lot of negatives of the movie. Some of the dialogue is really bad. Some of the performances are just they're a little too over the top. They're a little too campy in certain areas, and this movie is definitely a product of its time, not only being post-Scream, but also post The Matrix. And both of those movies have been very influential on the industry as a whole at the time. So, post-Scream with being sort of meta and self-aware, and post-Matrix as far as some of the choreography of the action, the white work. It just kind of shows that there was a little bit of inspiration taken from that. But overall, I find it to be kind of an enjoyable movie. I don't think it's as bad as it's made out to be. That could just be my own personal opinion and my low level taste in movies, possibly. But I think it's a fun movie, and I enjoy watching it from time to time. Like I said, I have all three films in this franchise. Because, they're not the greatest. There's a lot of flaws with them, but I still get an enjoyment out of them, especially this first one. And I think the score really helps out with that. The score is really good. I think Gerard Butler is actually pretty good as Dracula in the movie. Johnny Lee Miller, no relation, is pretty good as Simon. Christopher Plummer as Van Helsing. That's great casting right there. One of the things I definitely do not like about this movie is, spoiler if you haven't seen it in the last 20 years, but the death of Van Helsing. it's kind of handled off screen, and it's just kind of a lackluster. It's a lackluster way to kill such a iconic character, such a big and important character in terms of relation to Dracula. I mean, when you think of Dracula, you think of Van Helsing, and he just was kind of shoved to the side. But the lead actress that plays Mary, her name is it Justine Waddle or something like that? It's not really coming to me right now. She's pretty good, but not great. She's decent in the role. Vitamin C as Lucy. You know, Lucy has never been a character I could really stand in any incarnation of this story. She's always just like this really obnoxious character. So she wasn't so bad in this as far as being a character, but she was also kind of, she didn't have very great lines to work with, but nothing too awful. Omar Epps is okay in it. Again, it just comes down to dialogue, which isn't the greatest. It's definitely one of the biggest flaws, and I think it kind of hurt a couple of the performances that could have been actually really good. There's quite a bit of people from that time in this movie, but overall, I enjoy it. It's fun to me, but I understand if you don't like it at all, because it's definitely a very flawed movie. But anyway, let us know how you feel about the movie. Do you hate it? Do you kind of like it? Are you sort of like me, where you think it's fun despite being flawed? Do you love it? I mean, I'd imagine there's, you know, because there's fans of everything, and that there may be some people out there who love it. So if you do, come forward and admit that you love it, because that'd be great. So anyway, yeah, let us know. And if you like this video, hit the thumbs up button. If you like this channel and you like what we've been doing lately as we're trying to build this channel up, definitely subscribe. Tell your friends, you know, get people to check us out. I know I ramble a lot, but I try to do these reviews sort of just kind of honest and raw and off my gut. So that's the reason behind that. So yeah, give us the thumbs up if you like this video. Hit subscribe if you like what we're doing as we're trying to build up this channel recently. And if you don't like this video, you can hit the thumbs down button and leave a comment of why. You know, we would like to know. I especially would like to know what I can do to improve. Yeah, so have a good night.